We live in a regular suburban neighborhood here in Southern California, and we've been here for a little over a year and a half. We got in January of 2022. This is now spring of 2023. First time seeing everything come full circle. Gonna show you everything. Gonna show you our rainwater harvesting system. Gonna show you our egg laying duck. Gonna show you our solar setup. Gonna show you our garden. Gonna show you our fruit trees, and talk about how we've been able to do it all in a regular HOA, regular 8,000 square foot lot. Here's a view straight on from the back sliding door, and you can see the duck. Then you can see the big 2,500 gallon cistern, see our compost pile, and then you round the corner and here's our fruit orchard and some more raised beds. This is the downspout for the main rainwater harvesting system. And so the whole house is guttered, and then this is the main downspout. There's three downspouts. One is in the front yard. This is the main big one, and it goes underground right here to the 2,500 gallon cistern. And then just yesterday, working on building out our irrigation to make it a little more automatic. So we've got two splitters. One runs to the fruit trees, as you can see. And then the second one runs into these soaker hoses, which feeds the garden. And so what you can see in the beds right now is fava beans. And one of the reasons I wanted to go all in on fava beans at the start was because they add nitrogen to the soil. And so on this new build soil that we've been trying to add compost to, did a little bit of cover cropping, they just perform really well. Plus we actually eat a lot of fava beans ourselves personally. So it's like something that I can go all in on and be able to grow a lot of. All right, and now let's do our daily hunt for the egg. Say hi to Pearl this morning. All right, look here. Look, we found it. We found it. Here it is in her little house this morning. This is where she loves to lay. Let's go drop this off inside. So she's been doing about one a day, which has been awesome. And here's the view of everything we harvested last night out of the fava beans. Comment below if you have ducks and you have a better way to do this. I just dump the water every day into a bucket to clear it out and bring in fresh one. Stay in here, Pearl. Unfortunately, we did lose Pearl's friend to raccoon. That was our first live animal setback. What it does let me do though then is take the duck water and kind of pick a different place every morning to dump it into. In the orchard we have loquat, apricot, fig, and pomegranate. And those are given to us by a friend, which is awesome. And then we just bought little rounds from him and dug out the rocks right here. We're going for kind of a combined, we're trying to pull off the homesteading and make it as self-sustainable as possible, but then we're also still trying to go with kind of traditional Southern California, fun backyard, which is why we have the rocks. We didn't go full on mulch everywhere. This is our fun water park setup that we're trying to do for the kids. And then this is our last third downspout, and you can see it only goes into a 50-gallon rain barrel, so that fills up so fast. So normally during a rain event, I run a hose, just manually from that one, and we just kind of dump it in the yard. And then around the side of the house, we'll get into the solar system. So these are our Tesla Powerwalls, and I like to talk about rainwater harvesting and Tesla Powerwalls at the same time because they both work off the same fundamentals. You're getting a resource either from the grid or from your own production, and then you have a way to store it for a later usage. So one of the reasons why Powerwalls, you think about, a lot of people go immediately to off-grid, being off-grid. I like the term grid optional instead, because what this does is it allows me to pull energy from the grid during the day, but then during peak times when they charge the most amount of money, then we can run off the battery. Now with that said, we have 9.5 kilowatts of solar, and that's enough to cover all of our household usage, all of our electric car usage. And so we no longer have a gas-powered car. We no longer use miles on a gas-powered car. And so we produce all of the energy for our car. It's like an extension of our house, an extension of the homestead. This is our Bitcoin mining setup, and I mentioned how I think in order to do suburban homesteading kind of correctly and get the most out of it, you want to completely rethink the way you think about electricity. And you want to completely rethink the way you think about it having to be just this bill that's outgoing every month. Instead of renting your energy and renting your gas inside your car, you can own enough solar to cover 100% of the energy needs that you have. And you can finance that payment for less than your current energy rental. And then behind your own meter, you have the ability to monetize whatever surplus you create over what your car needs and over what your house needs in real time. And so that's where Bitcoin mining comes in. The reason why suburban homesteading was interesting to me was because I never had a backyard before. And thinking about the energy and thinking about just kind of the planning out of the rainwater harvesting and the energy was just a way that I could make the home itself be more productive. I wasn't into gardening before I was into homesteading. Homesteading made me interested in gardening, and then that's the reason why I wanted to pick a crop like the fava beans that I could go all in on and be able to produce a lot of, rather than just kind of learning how to grow, you know, miscellaneous vegetables. It's wild watching how far it's all come inside, you know, a little over a year. And I learned everything about it, honestly, like from YouTube. So go ahead and watch the one on what it looked like before kind of all this stuff was grown out.